Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Thursday, March 25th. Breaking news today, the SBA has agreed to increase the limit for EIDL loans. It's what I predicted might happen when Isabel Guzman takes over, and it's happened today. I'm going to go into all the details, what, if anything, you need to do to get a higher EIDL loan amount. I'm going to give a quick targeted EIDL grant update because I've also heard back from our SBA contact on the progress. I'm going to report on that. Jobless claims are at the lowest point since the start of the pandemic. Thanks so much for tuning in and subscribing. Be sure to like this video so more people see this, especially because of this breaking news on the EIDL loans. People have been talking about this for nearly a year since the 150K cap was put in last April. So let's dive right in and be sure to watch until the end. Let's start with the breaking news here. It's up on the SBA website. Here is the press release. I'm going to go through it. SBA to increase lending limit for COVID-19 economic injury disaster loans. Again, I've said this last week and the week before. I bet when Guzman gets sworn in, because she hinted at this as well, that she will adjust the EIDL loan limit. Previously, before COVID-19, the limit was $2 million. Any business could get up to $2 million. You had to qualify, of course, but that was the limit. With the COVID demand, it was reduced to 150K. 150K was the max you got. Many people maxed out, even if you were a larger small business. And a lot of you have expressed frustration that you hit that max. So here's the press release. Starting the week of April 6, 2021, the SBA is raising the loan limit for the COVID-19 EIDL program from 6 months of economic injury with the maximum loan amount of 150K to 24 months of economic injury with the maximum loan amount of $500,000. So that's interesting insight. We haven't talked about much on this channel. How do they calculate the size of the EIDL loan to offer you? If you got an EIDL loan, the SBA would have emailed you saying, log into your portal to see the offer. You may not have understood exactly how they calculated the amount, whether it was 10K, 50K, 100K, 150K, but they base it on the economic injury. So I believe they would have based this on your revenues. Now they're basically 4Xing that economic injury, which is fantastic. Here is what Isabel Guzman has said. I hope she's hitting the ground running, and she certainly has. She was sworn in, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. She's already off to the races. More than 3.7 million businesses employing more than 20 million people have found financial relief through the EIDL loans. Again, I always talk about this data. Many have called on SBA to remove the 150K cap. We've done that. We've written letters as well. So thanks to all of you for your support and pushing for this. Isabel Guzman has listened to you. We are here to help our small businesses, and that is why I'm proud to more than triple the amount of funding they can receive, they can access. Huge news. And she's done something on the targeted EIDL grants as well. I'm going to talk about it in a minute. But here's what you need to know. Businesses that receive a loan subject to the current limits do not need to submit a request for increase at this time. SBA will reach out directly via email and provide more details. Again, you've already provided your information. SBA will reach out to you, similar to the targeted EIDL grants. The SBA doesn't want millions of people calling them on the phone, so they will provide more details about how businesses can request an increase closer to the April 6th implementation date, okay? So we're a couple weeks away from that. Any new loan applications and any loans in process when the new loan limits are implemented will automatically be considered for loans covering 24 months. So if you haven't applied yet, or you're still in the queue, and you're still in the queue 2 weeks from now, you will be automatically considered for that extra amount. You know, the other piece of good news from 2 weeks ago was that the SBA will extend deferment for a full year until 2022 to offer you more time to pay back your loans. All in all, this is fantastic news. I'd love to hear in the comments what you think about this. You know, Isabel Guzman's first few days on the job, how would you rate her out of 10? Let me know in the comments. Feel free to talk about it as well. Before I talk about the targeted EIDL grant updates, a quick look at the jobless claims and the good news here. Unemployment claims dropped to a pandemic low. Let's take a look at the chart, and we can see here that not only the regular unemployment claims have dropped, but the pandemic unemployment assistance claims are at the lowest point they've been since the start of the pandemic. Initial claims for state unemployment benefits fell last week to 657,000, a decrease of 100,000 from the previous week. And there were only 242,000 new claims for pandemic unemployment assistance. Again, it's still an incredible number, magnitudes higher than we've ever seen before, but it's a good sign. Now on targeted EIDL grants. First, this is the poll we did yesterday, over 2,000 respondents. I wanted to see if there had been progress The last poll we did was over a week ago, and it showed that 98% of you were still waiting. We've made a little bit of progress here. It says 96% are still waiting. Still very slow, and lots of you are talking about this, skeptical that anything will ever happen. Well, I've heard back from the SBA this morning from our contact there. Here's the email. Hi Ryder, the rate of approvals for targeted EIDL advances started increasing this week. There is not a batch date for when all pending applications will be approved at the same time, but instead we are processing them in the order they were received, and the number of approvals completed each day should continue to increase rapidly over the coming weeks. So the takeaway here, they started increasing it this week. Guzman also started this week, so I bet the two are related. She said, all right, folks, we're going to change the loan limits and speed up the EIDL advances. It looks like she's done that, but this is good news. Again, you can be happy about those words, increase rapidly over the coming weeks. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything else from the SBA. Overall, very positive news. As always, thanks so much for tuning in, supporting us. Be sure to subscribe and like this video so more people see this good news. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.